Welcome to the Intermediate Website Updates training video number 4, Adding Images Part 1. In this short video we're going to look at installing some software called Photosizer, and we're going to look at creating an Uploads folder, setting up Photosizer and running Photosizer. Can I first of all say that EasyWeb Computing Limited has absolutely no relationship with the company called Photosizer whatsoever. We spent a long time looking across the internet to try and find image resizing software that does a great job at dropping the file size of images and yet retains the original image quality and gives other options as well. So this is what we have come to the conclusion that Photosizer is the best option that we want to recommend, but we have no relationship with them whatsoever. Can I also say that this video is a setting up video to prepare and to show you how to resize your images ready for upload. And this is a very, very important part of having images on your website. It is so important that your images are not taken straight from the camera onto the web, because each image will be between 2 and 3 megabytes in size. And therefore it will take extra time for those images to be shown and displayed on your web page. You want to have every person that comes to your website, whether they're on superfast broadband or not, to have a very similar experience of enjoying browsing through the different images that are on your site, able to see them quickly and efficiently and of a high enough and good enough quality. And using this software package and this extra preparation work is very, very necessary to ensuring that every viewer gets a good experience of watching the images and galleries on your website. It's also really important because it drops the file size 100-fold, and it means that you can easily stay inside your website quota for the amount of space that your website is allowed on our server. So once this process is set up, the setting up only takes place once, and then it's a very simple process every single time to resizing whole batches of images together and then uploading them into your site. It also makes the uploading process far quicker and easier, and it also renames for you all of your photographs in one go, so you can easily find them again, sift through them in the Media Center, as the Media Center video has already shown you to locate them and change them if you need to. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to minimize this out of the way, and here is the Photosizer website. As you can see, the main address is www.photosizer.com, and we're at the download page. Now, how I got to this was simply going into the general search engine and I put in Photosizer download. Please note that it is spelt F-O-T-O Sizer. It is just part of the sales pitch for this software product. So if you type in Photosizer download and then I hit return, and you'll see in my search that the actual top one in my search is www.photosizer.com/download. So as long as you spell Photosizer according to how they've spelt it, it should appear as the top item on the search listing. Click on it and it's taking us to a page where we can download. Now again, this software comes as a free download. However, the professional software, which has so much more that you can do with it, only costs $16. So I would personally recommend that at some point you do download the full Photosizer Professional Edition. That's what I use. You can use, if you wish to, just the standard edition. That will do everything that you want it to do. But personally, I like to honour the company that's taken so much time to produce a really good product, and to spend just $16, which is about £12, which I'm sure is well inside everyone's budget, would really help this company. As again, I want to emphasise, I have absolutely no relationship with this company whatsoever. So click download and it brings you to a downloading page. and I now have an automatic download window that's appeared. If this window does not appear, then there is a manual link saying download now that you can click on. So I'm going to save the file, and I'm going to save the file to my software. As you can see, I've got previous versions of Photosizer already on there, and once I've downloaded on my browser, because I'm using Firefox, I can click here and click on the FS Setup, Photosizer Setup. You may well, if you're using other browsers such as Chrome or Internet Explorer, have down in this part of your browser window links that will open up the folder or will run the file for you. So if I run this Photosizer setup file and I click yes, it will then just walk me through accepting the terms and conditions, and next, and it says create a desktop shortcut, yes, one in my quick launch bar, automatically check for updates, and go install. And then it's left with run Photosizer 2.09. So I'm going to click finish, and it's now going to open up Photosizer for me. And here it comes. Now, as you can see, this is Photosizer. This is the professional version, so it has a lot more options on it than perhaps yours will have. And let me just guide you around what you are looking at. On the right hand side is all of the resizing options. You can see by clicking on each of these areas that it will expand or it will collapse that area. Make sure that the resize settings is expanded so you can see it. You also will probably have, when you first install the product, a percentage sign in this drop down menu on the right here. It's important that we change that to PX, because PX is the pixels, so we can specifically say what file size we want each photograph to be resized to. And can I recommend that you put the size of just 600 pixels wide. That will seriously drop the size of your photograph, and it will keep the size of the photo itself, that is the file byte size, very small, and it will load very quickly. Again, it's essential to keep these two little checkboxes checked, that is, do not enlarge if smaller. So if, for example, your camera was by mistake set on a much smaller size than 600 pixels, it wouldn't resize them to the larger size and pixelate those pixels to make your picture blurry. Also, this is very important, maintain aspect ratio. So this will mean that your actual resizing of your photographs, everything will be properly in the proper shape and the image will not be skew-whiffed. Down below we have the destination settings. Again, make sure destination settings is set to be expanded. And I always have a save to folder. And here we have where the images will be sent to once they have been resized. And we're going to send these all to a folder on our desktop called Uploads. Down here we have the output format. I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and I have this right now on JPEG, though you can have PNG just as happily. A PNG file is still a very good file. A JPEG is a very well compressed file. And when you first have your file name, it will say same as original. And that will give you a file name that is exactly the same as the file name that your camera has given, which is not what we want. What we want this software package to do for us is to rename every single file according to the name of the event that the picture represents. So I'll have a custom, and we have a file mask here. Now you have to take it from me. As soon as you put your mouse over, then you get this nice little pop-up window appears, and it shows you the different percentage and then letters that will mean certain things will be added to the name of the file. And we're interested in this percentage n, or this percentage NNN. Now where there is an n, it adds a number. So if there are 5 different pictures that it's going to resize, the picture 1 will be called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The more n's you have in, the more digits it has. So percentage n would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Percentage NNN would number your different images 001, 002, 003, etc. And this is what I use on all of the actual resizings that takes place. So I want to do percentage and then 3 capital N's. However, I want something much better than that. What I want to be able to do is to put the name of the event itself. So perhaps we have an event which represents a school play. So we could put school play year 6 2015, and then we have percentage NNN. And what that does is every single one of those photographs that's resized is called school play year 6 2015 001, 002, 003, etc. And so we will be able to, back in the website, in the media library, type in school play 2015, and we can immediately see all of those resized photographs, and we can easily add them as well to a gallery, and that's very important. Okay, we're just going to minimize Photosizer for a moment, and we're going to minimize the web page that we downloaded it from. Here's my desktop, or part of my desktop. I'm going to right mouse click on that desktop, go to new, and we're going to go to folder, and we're going to call that uploads. And into this folder we are going to put the different files that have been resized by Photosizer itself. So now that I've opened up my uploads folder, I'm going to right mouse click on the folder here in the actual bar where it appears, and I'm going to do copy address as text. Not the top one, but the second one down. And that means the address to this uploads folder is going to go into my computer's memory. So, copy as text. I'm going to bring Photosizer back up, and here's my folder, and I'm going to click there, and I'm going to paste in C drive, users, name of my PC, desktop, uploads folder, select folder. And now you can see here that the address where it's going to output all of the resized images to that one single uploads folder. And if I never change that, then I will know that every single time I'm going to upload something new to the website, I just have to drop it in that uploads folder, whether it's a newsletter, whether it's a policy document, a curriculum document, whether it's Photosizer doing the reload, doing the resizing, everything will go inside that uploads folder, and the website will remember to come back here to this folder every single time to upload something to the site. It keeps it nice and simple and nice and straightforward. Right, I have on my desktop some images from one of the schools that I support where they had an alien tea party to go on the website. And here are the selection of images. I'm just going to put them into detailed view. And as you can see, each of these images has a name given to it by the camera, IMG 028 whatever is JPG, and each one is about 1.3 megabytes in size. So by the time we've highlighted all of these images, we can see there is 30.6 megabytes of space being taken up by these images in total together. So what we want to do is we want to resize these with Photosizer. So if I open up Photosizer here, I'm going to change this name to Alien Tea Party, and it took place in 2015. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the top one, scroll down to the bottom, hold my Shift key down and click on the bottom one, and that highlights them all. I'm going to click anywhere in this blue and drag and drop them onto the Photosizer page here, and there you can see all of the images. Now just a reminder, I set each image to be resized to 600, and as I change this, because I've got maintain aspect ratio checked here, it means that as I change this number here, this number will automatically resize itself to match. Okay, so we're going to go 600, and we've got the output, which is the uploads folder on my desktop. It's going to turn them all into JPEGs. Well, they're JPEGs already, but that doesn't matter. And it's going to label each of these Alien Tea Party. So that one will be Alien Tea Party 001, 002, 003. So all I do now is I just click Start. And it's going through that process now of picking up each one of those images that I've dragged and dropped into here, and it's resizing them, and it's outputting each of those resized images to the folder called Uploads on my desktop. So I can now click Close. I can now click Remove All, which takes them away from this. And please do remember, once the resize has happened, to click the Remove All and to clear this area. If you don't clear this area, the next time you resize some images, it'll take any of the images that are in this area and resize them and add them to the Uploads folder. So you only want to have the images in here that you want to be working with and creating new files from. So I'm going to minimize that out of the way. Now if you remember, this is 30.6 megabytes in size. That's the total size of these 24 items. So I'm going to go to the Uploads folder now. I'm going to open that up. And as you can see, it's been renamed Alien Tea Party 001, 002, 003, and there's all 24 images there, and if I highlight them all, they are now 1.04 megabytes. So that is a huge drop from being 30 megabytes to being 1.04 megabytes, but the actual quality of those images has been maintained, and now these images are ready for me to upload them into the website. And I can create a new gallery, or I can put them, if there's only one or two images, into a blog post, etc., etc. So this is how we set up Photosizer and how we begin to use it. The next time I want to use Photosizer, I can leave that pointing to that folder, the Uploads folder. I can leave these in place. I can leave the 600, and when I close it, it will remember all of these details. So you don't have to input those details ever again. It will remember this. So once this is set up, as long as you don't change it, it'll remember it. It'll remember your output format. So all you will have to do is drag and drop the new folders you want to resize, give it a brand new name, and keep the 2015 or whatever year it is and the percentage %M. So drop the images on, change the file name, click Start again, and it will resize them, and you'll be using Photosizer again and again and again to resize the images for you. And that's how we prepare images for resize and for upload into your website. Thanks for watching.